Eh bien, bonjour à tous pour un nouvel épisode. On s'arrêtait sur un échec où l'on avait raté l'énigme. Alors, pour info, l'idée était bonne. On s'est un peu raté en fait sur le fait que quand on lit, je sais pas quel autre texte, on réalise en fait que. Attendez, je prends mon téléphone pour savoir l'heure. On se rend compte qu'en fait, Jésus s'est fait crucifier au premier croissant de lune. Voilà. Et moi j'avais mis la lune pleine parce que j'avais lu que en fait les choses mauvaises arrivaient lors de la pleine lune et j'imaginais mal autre chose. Donc on va lancer la suite et on va voir ce qui se passe.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't
Qu'est-ce qui se
answering.
passe?
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better. If you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Ok.
Filthy swine! I'm going to open this damn door and skin you alive!
Là j'ai perdu mon bras.
You're not going to get the better of us!
Mother?
Louis, you've come around. How do you feel?
It hurts. Mother? I can't feel my arm.
Louis, I had to cauterize it with what I could find.
Where's my arm?
We'll get through this, Louis. Don't worry. I think I found a solution. You'll see.
Putain, cette famille
You
d'amputée.
gotta leave. No, don't put your arm in there.
Louis, we can't leave without it. It's our last chance. I need to see this through to the end. I must do it. We've done it, Louis.
Putain, tu pouvais pas le faire avant.
As a mule.
Come on.
Bon,
up you get.
c'est bien
I'll
qu'il
help
y ait ça
you.
quand même pour qu'on.
Easy does it. You've lost a lot of blood.
And now what?
Let's take what we came for.
Wait. I've gotta know what I did wrong.
That is one fearsome mechanism. In fact, if I hadn't watched you beforehand, I would never have found the right combination.
Tell me, where did I go wrong? The 3 nails? Yes, it's true. They let you open the iris.
Yes, but you still need to find the right theme, don't you?
Ça
The
c'était bon.
fresco was a trap. Apart from the fresco, everything pointed to the crucifixion. The things that make it possible to
Donc ça, j'étais
activate the
bon.
mechanism are associated with the crucifixion. The cross to activate the mechanism, and the nails to choose a date.
What did you do once you uncovered the iris?
I matched the icon of the crown of thorns with the town of Golgotha,
Ouais, moi j'ai mis le
where
clou.
the crucifixion took
J'avais
place.
pas mis la couronne.
Damn. I was sure I'd figured out how the lock worked.
Of course, Louis. But you still had to choose the right theme from the start. It was the crucifixion. I matched its symbol, the crown
Ça,
of
c'est ce que j'avais
thorns,
fait, hein.
to the place where Christ was nailed to the cross, Golgotha. Then I had to link the crown of thorns to the date of the crucifixion,
Ça, j'étais bon aussi.
according to the exegesis. But I failed to understand the first time. With that theme in mind,
Ça, j'étais bon.
I
En fait, c'est la
chose
lune
26M,
et la couronne
which
d'épines.
represents the 26th of March. To conclude, I had
Voilà.
to use the armillary sphere to find the moon corresponding to the day of the crucifixion, which turned out to be in the first quarter. All that was left to do was to link all those elements on the same axis.
Là, il y avait encore un truc. Putain, j'ai perdu mon bras, les gars. Quoi? Putain, il part en couille, là, déjà. Putain, il part vraiment en couille, hein.
I don't know, but we better not hang around. Be careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point there. We have to find that weapon. What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
Rien.
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
Now that you mention it, I did catch Von Wollner in the middle of an altercation with Piaggi.
What?
Von Wollner blamed His Eminence for having supplied Mortimer with all the lances in the Vatican's possession.
If Mortimer has all of them in his possession, it's not going to help us.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But hang on.
Louis, let's first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well, you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
Hang on a second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
I want to know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis, I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It must not fall into the hands of the demons, or we are all doomed. Don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly.
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
All right, we'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about this.
Faut que je fasse demi-tour, là? Faut que je refasse tout demi-tour?
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens
Oh, ça va
III.
être
My
incroyable.
God, the one whose cross allowed me to enter. Clemens III, Clément III in French. How come his tomb ended up here and not in the Vatican? He was basically an anti-pope. His path to the throne was pretty turbulent,
Ouais, c'est
and he
incroyable.
had to be enthroned several times. The
J'adore.
result of a long conflict between the papacy and the Holy Empire. This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. Stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved. A fragment of amber.
Alors qu'est-ce qu'on fait? On fouille ou pas? Putain, il va être super loin, hein. Ok. Il était dans sa chambre. Je m'en souviens, il était dans sa chambre. Merde. C'est très intéressant quand même. Putain, mais il va me demander pour mon bras. Je pense que Piaggi, genre, je peux être honnête avec lui.
Cardinal's not in his room.
Putain, mais
He
il
might be back
était...
to stuffing himself.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Hmm. Il est dans la salle à manger. Il est en dépression ce type. Hein.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the Lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
are not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak to Mr. von Wollner about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy
Il a été contrôlé.
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
His nose is bleeding.
So you are looking for the
Moi aussi,
lance of Longinus.
Exactly.
Frank and direct.
Moi aussi, mon
Thank you for
essayer
not
quand
trying
même,
to be sly.
quand même contrôlé.
You are looking for the lance. You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
Yes, my mother knows about it.
Of course, Sarah. Who else?
No one else.
What are you going to use
Tu vois,
the
lui,
lance
c'est
for, exactly?
quelqu'un de bien. Lui.
I need it.
Why?
You won't understand.
Try me, Louis.
I need to protect myself with it.
Louis.
Oui,
Thank
lui,
you for your
il avait besoin
sincerity.
qu'il soit honnête.
I shall answer you about Longinus.
Dans l'épisode 1.
His spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Eminence.
You are welcome. Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she is frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
Spécialiste de l'ésotérisme. Représentation, texte sacré. Ésotérisme. C'est de l'alchimie. Donc il faut que j'aille parler à Bolner. Artistique, je crois que c'était dans son bureau. Ou là-dedans. On va se balader, on va essayer de chercher les trucs.
Actress, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Représentation artistique, ça ne peut être qu'ici, non?
Liberty or Death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please. But allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Je vais y aller là. Ah non, je peux plus y aller ici.
Christ Crucified by Velasquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia. Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near. Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael. The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning for borrowing his father's
Dans son
chariot,
bureau.
taking control of it. Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot.
Faut que j'aille là-dedans.
Saint Longinus.
Voilà,
Let's take
voilà.
a closer look at his lance. It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure?
Ah putain, chier.
I think the statue does represent Longinus, armed with a lance that wounded Jesus, the Holy Lance. How can I find out if this is an exact representation? There's no way of being certain of it. Saint Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance. It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure? No, this is too easy. Mortimer's trying to throw me off the track again. It seems too visible to be true. Impossible not to see the statue on first glance, given its size. And Mortimer has no interest in making the shape of the true lance so easy to see.
Donc c'est pas celle avec une feuille. Et où Walner?
It seems like he isn't here. Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Je crois que Washington, il aime bien aussi, non?
President George Washington.
Oui, il était dans la tour. La dernière nouvelle. Compliqué, hein?
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Je crois que j'ai la clé. Putain, c'est compliqué, hein. Je pense qu'on va faire toutes les chambres. J'ai pas trop de choix. Je sais pas s'il y a des trucs là-dedans.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Dear Monsieur Peru. All right. I've retrieved everything. Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
Hmm. Ça fait longtemps qu'on l'a pas vu, elle.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. 2 coils circle the lock.
Putain. Où est-ce qu'ils sont? Putain. Est-ce qu'ils peuvent être dans ma chambre, m'attendre? Je pense pas, hein. Je pense pas que ça serait pas le balcon ici. Comme ça qu'ils peuvent être sur les balcons. Il doit être en bas, hein. Alors...
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
I'm back on the trail of my mother again. I don't have time to explain, but would you know anything about the Holy Lance?
That's good news. But be careful, Louis. You might end up getting noticed.
Do you know anything or not?
No, I regret I don't. But why not ask von Wallner?
Oui, mais je le
Archaeology
cherche.
is his field, after all.
That's an idea. In that case, I'll try and find him.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
You're right. Thanks for everything, Mr. President.
See you later.
Ouais, j'ai gâché mes points, putain. Note mystérieuse. Putain, mais je le trouve pas, le type, hein.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
C'est trop bizarre, hein. Je trouve ni Piaggi. Honnêtement, les gars, moi je veux bien, mais je peux les trouver, quoi. Je ne sais pas où les trouver. Il y a un truc où je suis pas allé voir, c'est à l'extérieur. On va voir si on peut y retourner maintenant. Après, je suis pas allé sur les balcons des chambres. C'est possible, vous pensez? Je pense que c'est possible. Je peux sortir là maintenant ou pas?
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Et Washington. On va aller voir les balcons. Ils sont peut-être sur les balcons. Putain, c'était quoi? C'était Bonaparte qui était fermé. Ah, vous voyez, elle est bien fermée. Écoutez, si ça marche pas, on va s'arrêter là, hein. Putain, peut-être qu'elle est dans ma chambre en fait. Je suis allé dans ma chambre. Qu'est-ce que tu fais, mon frère?
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself. My dear Giuseppe, poor health.
Ok, bon, c'est assez négatif pour l'instant. Il y aurait quelqu'un dans la chambre d'Adams. Ah, mais il est peut-être dans la chambre d'Adams, puisqu'il l'aimait. Ça se tiendrait, hein. Je suis sûr qu'il est là. Putain, il est pas là. Putain, c'était un bon raisonnement, hein. On y allait là? Le bureau de Mortimer, c'est où il y avait la... qu'après les... Ouais. Ah, ça m'étonnerait que ce soit là-dedans, si. Non, oui. Bon, écoutez, je suis bloqué. J'ai clairement tout fait. Bureau secret, je peux plus y aller. Tout ça, j'ai fait. Tout ça, j'ai fait. Plus que le jardin, hein. Bon, écoutez, de toute façon, ça fait 40 minutes. On va juste aller au jardin. Et on va s'arrêter là. On va essayer de voir s'il y a quelqu'un.
Golden elixir.
Parce que là, du coup, j'ai rien de voir. Où c'est que je... non, putain, je croyais que c'était quelqu'un. Y'a personne, là. On va y aller, hein. On va y aller. Écoutez, merci de m'avoir suivi. Puis on verra bien la suite dans le prochain épisode. Ciao!